Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly singles love reading for Pisces. Pisces, yeah, someone's rushed in, changed their mind. This is someone who's got to deal with something here. Choosing their battles. Yeah, it has to do with long-term stability, legacy, family, money, but it's about long-term stability. It's about partnering up. I see some little aha moment, some sort of truth. So someone choosing their battles. They've thought things through, but it's someone here I feel sees the day, took an opportunity, and now they have to back out. Yeah, we have see, there's opportunity here. Someone's waiting patiently. See, there's interest. Now someone's waiting for someone to make a commitment to follow through. And it's someone losing patience, starting to lose interest. You can see this is someone kind of getting bored, losing interest. Nothing's happening because this is what they want, is a commitment. It's about partnering up, but this is someone dealing with something here. Yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is someone feeling lucky, fortunate. I mean, it has to do with the timing. Something to do with the timing. Some sort of little aha moment, some little moment of truth and enlightenment here. Yeah, some of you, maybe you already know, Pisces. I feel like you're starting to lose interest here. You've been patiently waiting. You know, I do see good luck coming in. I do see the Wheel of Fortune, but it has to do with someone's money, family, legacy, a home. Tell me about this Knight of Swords. Why is this person rushing in and out? Yeah, it has to do with a home, something to do with their finances, their home, their foundation. See, there's no foundation. Nothing can grow or develop without a commitment. See, there's no foundation. This is someone who, this is someone looking positive, you know, they seized the day, they took an opportunity, then all of a sudden there's this moment of truth and enlightenment, so they backed out. So nothing is growing. This is someone losing interest because there's no commitment. If there's no foundation, nothing can grow. And it's showing it right there. And this is the energy coming in around the 13th of, I believe, the wolf moon. And I know there's a super moon, I think, on the 3rd, but this is where there's going to be, things are going to happen during the 3rd, but this is an energy I feel of needing to plant the seed so things grow. Someone's becoming impatient. See, things were going so well, someone's feeling lucky, and then all of a sudden they're waiting. I mean, waiting here for this. Yeah, this is a person become apprehensive. But I feel it's how it started. You want to go for a cup of coffee, but they haven't followed through. They haven't made any commitment. And there we have someone here with truth. Someone's learning a truth. This is someone who probably should have told someone the truth. Because I don't know, it has to do with their house, home, family, foundation, family, money, maybe. Now, this could be another person too, but it's someone here who's choosing their battles. And it could be, I mean, this is a person who's often apprehensive or they make up excuses. But it has to do with the truth. Who's the King of Swords here? Somebody with some Gemini energy. They could be a Gemini, but it could be Gemini in their chart. But it's just the energy. And this is somebody here learning something. See, having an aha moment, learning a truth. Someone hasn't followed through. See, there's no foundation. There's no commitment. The other person's losing interest. So it's somebody cutting someone out, making a choice. So it could be someone cutting someone out, but it has to do with love. A connection. Who's the Page of Cups? Page of Cups is the King of Pentacles. So there is two people. Someone's learning a truth about someone's choices. So someone who has experience, but they've learned something and they're being enlightened by someone. And it could be the King of Pentacles. It could be, these people could be family members or something. I don't know. But it's family, money, long-term stability. See, it's an energy of being able to provide. One of these people here is someone who, it's a person who likes to plan and prepare. So someone rushed in, seized the day, took an opportunity. So it's somebody who's been preparing themselves. But it's about being able to provide something. This person can't provide. No, it's a family business or family money, but this person's being enlightened. They know the truth. Someone has another choice too. See, it's about choices. Wow. Tell me about the lovers. Yeah, it has to do with change. Someone who's never going to change. Yeah, this is someone who's all about their money. And I do think family money, family home, foundation. See, rushed in to seize the day. And I mean, it could be this person clearing things out of their home, clearing things up because they're making a choice and cut someone out. I wouldn't be surprised, but the world has to do with change, someone closing out a chapter. But it has to do with someone moving on. See, I feel it's a truth about some sort of change, closing out a chapter. We have a person slowing down. See, someone's slowing down. It has to do with sincerity, whether someone was sincere. But it's a person clearing out their path. That's what it is. It's someone clearing out their path. But I still feel family money, family legacy, a home. It has to do with someone who probably, that aha moment, should have told someone the truth. But I wouldn't be surprised if this is someone cutting someone out and moving on. Closing a chapter, clearing the path. See, they're moving forward, clearing the path, looking to see if the coast is clear. This is someone moving slow. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, see, it has to do with long-term stability, making some kind of commitment. Someone has prior commitments. I think it's family money, family legacy, or a family home. One of these people is stable. Well, there's two. I feel they're both stable. One of these people can provide, but the other person can't because it's not theirs. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Let's have a look at the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, it has to do with a person waiting for this, waiting for someone to ask them out on a date, waiting for communication. It has to do with someone who needs to follow their heart. But it has to do with building the foundation. See, there's nothing grows if there's no commitment or no foundation. There has to be a solid foundation. I mean, this is a reason to celebrate in a lot of ways. But it's somebody who rushed in without thinking. Now they've learned something. It's about slowing down. Could be just learning to go with the flow, but it's about making choices in love. Someone needs to make a decision. Someone needed to clear something up. They need to make a decision. Yeah, now we have the Chariot. So it's someone putting on the brakes, taking another look. See, assessing the situation. I still feel it's two people. Because this person's being enlightened and they know a truth. Tell me about the King of Swords, about someone's choices. Let's have a look at the King of Swords. Who is this person? This is often someone who comes across as a little cold, discerning. They're skeptical. Their sword's up, but they've learned something. Yeah, it has to do with the Empress. See, the start of something new. It's someone starting something before they entered another situation. But I still see family money, legacy, family business. So this person's making a choice. They see Empress energy. They're choosing wisely. This is someone choosing. Tell me about the Empress. See, this is a person who's available, learning that someone's open and available. That's why I feel coming back around. Yeah, this is also someone who knows this other person will never change. So interesting energy. But the King of Swords is making a choice. They're choosing the Empress. This is someone who knows that this is someone who's available. They have a lot of abundance. They're stable. But they're open and available. Very balanced person too. And it's about sincerity. Tell me about the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is someone feeling sad. See, they have some kind of regret here. I think it's a person who rushed in and had to back out. This is someone focusing on the cups that are spilled. Something wasn't clear. Tell me about the Four of Wands. Yeah, we got someone here. We got some obsession. Somebody's obsessed, or someone has some issues. Unhealthy situation, unhealthy lifestyle. Someone's obsessed with their money. I mean, it's overindulgence, it's greed, but it's an obsession. It's something that someone's doing here. And there's some sort of regret, or just someone feeling sad, you know, because it has to do with the Two of Cups. They're not seeing the Two of Cups. Yeah, see the Two of Cups. There's a connection here. But I think it's a person cutting someone out here. Yeah, so someone who overindulges. I mean, it looks like they're focused too much on their money. They're kind of greedy, selfish, overindulging. Maybe a workaholic. I don't know. But this is the Two of Cups. And as soon as I said it out, it comes. Someone who's not seeing this. But it has to do with two people making a connection. This person's cutting someone out. What they want is the Empress. They're learning that this is someone open and available. So to me, it looks like a prior connection. What is this person telling people? They're telling some kind of truth. Yeah. So somebody who definitely has high standards. The Empress maybe has high standards, or it's someone who feels someone's out of their league. But it's a truth of the feelings being mutual. There's a connection. See, these people know people. They could be even friends. It could be these people being friends. Or somebody who just wants to be friends. But this is someone knows, I mean, it's an energy of knowing truth, that the Empress is open and available to love. That this person has the choices, making a choice. One of these situations doesn't serve. It's someone here doesn't have someone's best interest at heart. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's someone who, maybe they have choices. I don't know. But yeah, the mutual friends, somebody who knows someone. But it's all about someone letting this go. It is what it is. It's not meant to be. Yeah, somebody who has high standards. Yeah, taking a step back, seeing things differently. Something feels a little off. This is someone who's just not right for someone. I don't know. That King of Swords is interesting. I feel like it could be someone giving someone advice. This person's not your type. They have high standards, but I mean, the devil is obsession, but it's also somebody feeling guilty or ashamed. Tell me about the devil. It's a cycle that's ended. It is a cycle. Look at that. What comes around goes around. Someone who gets around a little bit. But it's a cycle. See, it's an energy of really bad timing. But it could be just someone giving someone advice here, too. The Empress is open, available. They're not your type. They have high standards. Is it jealousy? I'm almost wondering, because two people have made a connection. This is something not going in someone's favor. Tell me more. See, Temperance is patience, things calming down, someone calming down and making a decision. This person has faith in themselves. They're making the right choice because they've learned something here. Yeah, I mean, it's whether someone's the other person's type. See, someone who's maybe involved with other people. That's what it is. It's not in the Empress's best interest. Could be just advice, but it has to do with some sort of good news coming out of this. He sees in the day there was an opportunity. Someone rushed in, sees the day, took the opportunity, but it's not in their best interest. The King of Swords is skeptical. Is someone who's been hurt, but it's also someone who has experience. And they may have experienced this before. See, it has to do with the King of Pentacles. Somebody who's very much focused on money. It could be greed, jealousy, overwork. I don't know. But this is someone seeing truth. See, they see things clearly. They communicate clearly. The situation's being cleared up. The Empress is open for something new. This person's learned it. So it is about moving on. And it has to do with someone who will never change. See, they come in, rush in, and then they drag their feet. So that's what I feel. If someone gives you advice and tells you, listen to what this person has to say. Because they do speak truth. And they do communicate clearly. But the Empress is open to something new. See, it's about new. Someone's learning that there's someone new. They could know each other. I wouldn't be surprised, friends of friends. But this person, if that's the case, they know this person. They've experienced this. But there is some happiness here. See, this is someone open. They're available. They're learning this is someone open. Why? Because I feel there's just people talking here. Yeah. But it is about a connection. This is someone feeling sad here. But one of these people can't really provide like a home or anything, because I do see family money, family legacy. It's like keeping it in the family kind of energy. Like, really bad timing though. And I do feel there may have been something on a situation that was on and off. Now it's time for someone to move on. But it's like someone who will never change. They drag their feet. But it's someone putting on the brakes, taking another look, assessing the situation and what they're seeing and learning. It actually makes them happy because it's somebody who's rushed in and backed out. Choosing their battles, clearing things up. But tell me about this Ten of Pentacles. Now we have the Queen of Swords, which is interesting, Pisces. This could be yourself or another person giving advice. He's speaking the truth. Lay the foundation. See, the truth is there's no commitment. There's no commitment. Someone hasn't followed through. This is someone losing patience. They've been patiently waiting. But nothing can grow without communication. Someone hasn't followed through or even asked anyone on a date. So there's some sort of truth being learned. King and Queen of Swords are going to have a conversation, and there's going to be clarity. Happiness. It's an energy of someone closing a chapter, ready for new. Who's the Knight of Cups? The Knight of Cups is actually the King of Wands. See, there's three people. The Empress has options here. Some of you have got options. If you're the feminine, but if you're the masculine, you could be in any of these energies. But I feel this is somebody who has options. I do see three masculine energies, but this is who this person is the King of Wands. But it has to do with this person taking the lead, feeling bold and confident, determined to succeed. And they're speaking truth. There's two people going to have a conversation. See, their cup runneth over. This is someone's cup runneth over. It's an offer, an invitation. It's like someone's telling someone, they invited them to something. There's truth. But I see two people communicating very clearly. Speaking up, speaking their mind. I see someone being discerning. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. So someone looking at things from a different perspective. See, it's often people watch or somebody watching, checking things out. But it has to do with that little aha moment. Someone having a little introspection going, aha. But seeing things from a whole different perspective. And also with this is somebody who wasn't prepared. Somebody here wasn't prepared. Now they're prepared. But almost too late, because we have someone who's seizing the day and taking an opportunity, but they haven't followed through. They haven't made any commitment to do anything yet. The other person's losing interest. So now this is this person's opportunity. This is their opportunity now. Wow. And they have to take the lead. See, determination to succeed, staying in control of their emotions, not being ruled by them. But this is a leader, win or lose. This person's coming in. To me, it's someone almost like protecting someone. I mean, they could be protecting what's theirs. King, Queen of Swords do that. But it's friends and family. Someone who feels like they need to protect the Empress because there's someone new, but it's someone who has options or opportunities. But this truth is, this person feels happy. I mean, two people made a connection, but there's no commitment. But it's this person I feel too. I mean, you can see someone feeling sad. And as soon as I said they weren't looking at the Two of Cups, they weren't seeing this connection. But it's the other person who's moved on. They've made up some kind of excuse. Someone who's not ready. They don't really know what they want. It's someone who will never change. They come in, they rush in, drag their feet. But yeah, so this person is the one who's, they're coming in. I mean, they're speaking truth. They're communicating. And it could be people in the social circle talking and learning. Seeing things from a whole different perspective. Yeah, see if there's opportunity. Now, this is someone who also knows a good thing when they see it. Someone who has other opportunities, options. You have someone here reminiscing. See how a situation has played out? But it is an energy of crush. Someone having a bit of a crush here. But there is reminiscing. This is someone making a decision. There's a decision. See, it has to do with someone needs to let go of control. I see a power struggle, but someone letting this go, releasing that energy. And then coming in to start something new. See, a fresh new start. There's the cup, taking the lead, offering the cup. This person's reminiscing about this. See, it's about being romantic. See, the romanticizing, but it's someone who never made any kind of commitment. So whoever this new person is didn't make a commitment. And the other person's taking that opportunity to take control, to swoop right in here. They're coming in to take control. Because they're taking this opportunity the other person's not taking. Tell me about the Six of Cups. It is romanticizing. See, two people made a connection. But it's someone who kind of come across as a little cold. They were a little skeptical. But it has to do with a new person. You know, they're manifesting. See, and memories. They have everything they need. They're manifesting what they desire. A little bit of mirroring here. But it's pre-manifesting, preparing. See, this person wasn't prepared. Now they're prepared. So now that they're prepared, here comes a new person. But if they haven't followed through, there's no commitment. Like I say, they're talking to someone. And this person's enlightening them and telling them the truth. Yeah. See, it's what this person hopes to achieve. Very ambitious. They have goals, what someone's achieved. But this is about breaking free. See, a breakthrough? Someone's getting clarity now. There's a breakthrough. Aha, finally. That's the vibe I'm getting. But it is about, this is someone who's not really chasing after anyone. But this is a breakthrough. This is someone planning, preparing. See, pre-manifesting, hoping for the best. They're coming in with this cup. Their cup runneth over with emotion. But it's someone who kind of started off as being kind of cold. Because they're skeptical. Now they're learning this truth about the Empress. And now they have other options. So they're kind of, you know, feeling kind of sad like they've blown it. But it's not too late because the other person hasn't made any kind of commitment. So you see, yeah, see, they haven't made a commitment. There's no foundation. There's no growth. In other words, there's been no change. Nothing's really changed. But it's this other person who rushed in and out. They rush in. If they come back, they're dragging their feet. It won't go anywhere. That's what I feel. They won't make a commitment. It's someone who's still playing the field. So yeah, there's not really any change. This is someone getting tired of waiting, see? And it's losing interest. But it's about the truth that these two people are actually interested in each other. And this is what they're learning. They're interested. So you need to take the lead. And it's someone who needs to kind of hurry up here too. Tell me about the Chariot. I love the Chariot when it comes in at the end because it shows this whole new cycle. If it is a person who's had something off, they're cutting someone out. They're choosing their battles, clearing things out, and they're coming in. But it's the planning and pre-manifesting, preparing, coming in, thinking really positive. They feel really happy. The Empress is open and available. But it's the start of something new. They have to be the one to start it. They got to take the lead. They have to show that interest. See, there's interest, but it's about being emotionally available. This is someone who's got people interested in them. They need to hurry up. Now, Pisces, if you aren't aware, because some of you may not be aware, someone's been checking you out. And they could be talking to people. So whoever it is that you've been waiting for to make a commitment is likely going to swoop in here. Queen of Cups. Yeah, so someone executing their plan. See, planning, preparing, getting ready, pre-manifesting. They're about to execute their plan. But the interesting is, if this is the feminine comparing one to the other, or it could be the other way around, there's nothing that compares. Nothing compares to the Empress. Or someone who's emotionally available. See, you're not being ruled by your emotions. You're in control of them, but you're available. You're not chasing after anyone. I feel like I say, I feel like you're losing interest in someone. But again, the perspective is interested in someone else. Yeah. Pretty interesting. Tell me about the Chariot. See, aha, win or lose. What have I got to lose? See, it's about before this person can make any kind of commitment or follow through. They may come back around. But like I say, it has to do with whether someone is sincere. Be careful of someone here who may not have your best interest at heart. Okay? And if you have two opportunities, comparing one of these to the other, you know, I think it's comparing apples to oranges with this. But often when I see the King of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and this energy, it shows someone who's planning, preparing. They're about to execute their plan. Now, I'm hoping it's the person who sees truth and speaks truth, not the person who drags their feet. It is someone clearing things out. See, looking ahead, assessing to see if the coast is clear. To see if it's safe. Tell me about the world. The world is a whole new chapter. I mean, this is an energy of change. There's change for the better. There's happiness and joy. But I feel like some of you, if you got a person who doesn't have your best interest at heart, know your worth and value. Because like I feel, you could have a person here who doesn't really have your best interest at heart. It could be someone telling you. But what you're going to be hearing from this King of Swords is that they're very happy. They want to get this going. I mean, they're just swooping in and taking control. They're taking the lead. What have I got to lose? They feel confident, but see, taming the beast. Tame that beast within yourself. Just be still. Just be still. Let this person take the lead. Let them think they're in control. That's what the feminine does. The feminine's always in control. Some of you definitely have opportunities here. But I feel it's this King of Swords strategizing, analyzing, learning truth, seeing things clearly. They're talking to someone who's enlightening them. What they're hearing makes them really happy. There's good news. There's no commitment. You haven't gone on a date with someone, but it gives this person the opportunity to do that. See, they're taking the opportunity that the other person hasn't followed through on. Yeah, it's definitely someone who's single. They look out for themselves. I see a lot of self-respect. Someone who's stable. See, it's also making sure the other person's single. So I do think they're talking to someone. Because they're getting enlightenment. Tell me about the Strength card. See, taming the beast. This is the Empress, just the feminine being patient, in control. You're actually the one in control. But it's letting them think they're in control. It makes them feel more confident, the leader. Yeah, wow. I see kindness, compassion. I actually even see a little forgiveness. Somebody could be coming in for you know, Because often this is someone who, well, it is what it is. I guess it's not meant to be. But once the feminine learns the truth, often there's something, it's understandable. Forgiveness. So like I say, this person could definitely be the person who needed to deal with something. And while they're off dealing with this, another person coming in. But yeah, there's no commitment. There's no growth, no change. But change is coming. Yeah, it's about two people getting acquainted. See, during this time in between, two people are getting acquainted. Yeah. It's an energy of, if this person should have told someone how they felt, they should have told someone a truth that they needed to end a cycle. They needed to end something before they could start something new. And it could have been something on and off, but really it's all about timing. And the person obviously made a bad decision, but now they feel confident the choice that they're making. They made the right choice. They ended the situation. They cleared things out. And there is going to be clear communication. You wait and see how this plays out. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, I mean, it's an energy of all this time in between, things calming down, and someone applying the things that they've learned, and they now feel confident. Yep, taming the beast. This is someone teaching someone else, the King of Swords, how they want to be treated. But see, the Empress tames the beast with kindness and compassion, understanding. So you see, there's a win-win here for you and this person. I love this energy. We have a very wise feminine energy here. See, you're just being still. And I do see you losing interest in someone else because there's no growth. They haven't made any commitment. They haven't followed through. They haven't taken you on a date. But it's the other person going to seize this opportunity. Yeah. Executing their plan, getting acquainted. To me, it looks like time in between, probably reacquainted, because I don't know what happened when the two of you connected, but there's the cup. See, their cup runneth over with emotion. Look at that. See, it's crossroads energy, two people taking it to the next level. But one of these situations isn't going anywhere. And I do feel you could even be the one being enlightened. It's not this person, it's not going anywhere. It's someone who just, I feel they come, they go, it's on and off. And I do think they have something with someone like that, the third person. But there it is. This is about the two of you coming together, going down this path together, getting acquainted, learning about each other. See, it's all about learning and forming a bond. This is someone who didn't have enough time to get to know someone to form some kind of a bond. And that's what I feel. But they're learning about this new person. I think they're kind of freaking out, but they're trying to be cool. Yeah, they definitely have gone within. They want to build. See, putting in effort, dating, courting, being more romantic. I see travel, spending time together. I mean, it could be just somebody who's juggling work too, focusing on work, trying to get prepared, executing their plan. You might even get an invitation to go on a little trip or go somewhere. It could be a road trip. But this is definitely someone wanting to get acquainted, wanting to get to know someone on a whole different level. There it is, dating and courting. You definitely got a couple opportunities. I mean, the Queen of Swords in the end is someone who makes a decision. Comparing apples to oranges, some of you haven't put all your eggs in one basket here too, and that's a wise thing to do. Yeah, it could be a little bit of an inner struggle to try to decide which one's right for you. But I really feel like you got a person here who will come in, someone who will never change, they're going to drag their feet. Because I do see someone who's obsessed with their money, workaholic. They've always got something to deal with. It'll never be there. And I wouldn't be surprised if someone who can't provide because it's a family home, family money, family legacy for some of you. And I feel that's likely not for everyone. But things are going to go in your favor. Okay, things are going to start going in your favor. And I definitely see a lot of clear communication. Take care. Bye for now.